Right, hello. So we're back with another video to start off the year. It's been a while since I've done a YouTube video, quite a few months now, but 2026 I'm going to be getting back to it consistently, 2 videos a month, maybe a third if you're lucky as well. So we'll see how it goes. Putting all my time into content this year, especially with my business as well as my fitness journey, showing all the sides to it as much as I can. But anyway, let's get to the point of this video. So today I'm just going to talk you through my goals, my plans for next year and how last year went, what I've learnt, what I'm going to take into next year, and overall just my plan really. See where life can take me and what I'm going to do to get to the stages where I want to. So last year was very different to any other years in my life. I ran my first marathon, I completed my first HYROX. And yeah, to be honest, in the year before that, I didn't even think I'd do any of those things at all. Not one bit. There was one time where I signed up to a marathon and I never even tried. I think I trained for 2 weeks, went on 3 or 4 runs and that was it. And then I just never bothered even running it or trying hard enough. But last year, I made it my goal to complete a marathon. I completed it, very happy with it. Got 4 hours and 36 minutes. And yeah, just the training for that led me on to do more things, which included the HYROX in London. So that was 3 weeks ago now, and that was incredible as well. I think that was just as hard as my marathon, if I'm being honest. What I learned from that was that nothing can prepare you for it. As hard as you train for your first one, is so, I don't even know how to describe it almost. But yeah, it was an amazing experience. I'm so glad I completed it and did a solo. I got a 1 hour 35 minutes, which look, I was happy with. There's so many people getting great times, even in running as well, and whole fitness activities and races, excuse me. So overall with my fitness last year, I was very happy with it. I completed 2 big goals that I both set out to do. And yeah, I was very happy with it. But now, next year, it's time to go a lot bigger, a lot harder, be a lot more consistent with it. So that is why I will be running Brighton Marathon in April 2026, and I'll also be running an ultra marathon in the Peak District. And it sounds mental when I really say it out loud. It really does. So yeah, I'll be running an ultra marathon, 110 kilometers in the Peak District in September 2026. So those are my 2 big goals for this year. Those are my 2 big goals for this year, and I can't wait to do them. I've started my marathon training a couple of weeks ago. My running's going really well, getting the pace back up, getting the distance back up, that's the main thing, and focusing on my heart rate levels. So yeah, one of the things I really learnt about running last year was it's better to go slow than fast. And I know that's quite vague, but going slower for longer helps build up your running capacity so much more. I spent lots of time trying to chase my 5k PB or my 10k PB when I was trying to train for my marathon. And then I got to do my marathon and I was a bit, I wasn't quite happy with the time I got when I finished it. I knew I could have done better, but it's all a learning process, and that's why I'm doing another one. So yeah, so that was just one of the things I learned last year in terms of running and fitness overall. The second thing I learned was nutrition, massively important. There's too many times where I'd just eat junk food still and snack a lot. I have such a sweet tooth, but it's still not an excuse, But yeah, there was a lot of times where I got to, a few weeks before the marathon and I was still eating not great food and I wasn't carb loading enough. And I need to learn to fuel better for this marathon coming up and the ultra, of course. Like I said as well, it's all a learning process. It's going to be a learning process for a long time, and that's what I enjoy doing. I enjoy learning about the sports that I'm putting myself into and the tough goals, and I think there's such a great thing. I think it's such a great thing to do, is hard things, where you're not going to know how to do it perfectly the first time. It will take 5, 10, 15 times doing things until you realise until you realise how much there is to it. So yeah, you'll definitely see me running a lot more marathons, than the first one and this year. There's just two of the massive things I learned about running last year, which I'll be taking into this year. And as well as that, I do have a personal trainer. His name's Jordan. I'm sure he's watching this video. And he massively helped me with my Hyrox last year. I definitely couldn't have done it without him. And I'm not just saying that as well. My first 2 weeks of training for my Hyrox, I didn't really know what I was meant to do. I looked online, looked what other people were doing, especially the elite athletes and the pro athletes. I didn't really know what I was meant to be training and how to structure my training and how to stay consistent and work on the things I wasn't as strong at in the Hyrox sport. So when I started training with Jordan as my PT, it massively helped, especially with the structure of training and knowing what to do on the right days, the right exercises to improve my leg strength, which was a massive boost because I'd hardly ever trained legs. Even for my marathon, I didn't really do any leg training or specific full body sessions for that. I was just doing bodybuilding sessions, and it clearly didn't make a difference anyway to my running. So going into the Hyrox, he massively helped with that. And now training for my Brighton Marathon, I've got a 5-week block in place, and then he'll have another training plan to increase my mileage, increase my distance, working on my heart rate, and overall getting a better time for Brighton Marathon. The main thing me and him are focusing on this year is the Ultra in September. It's scary, it is, if I'm being honest. It's really scary thinking about it, but I'm so excited to train for it. Running long distances, doing 100 to 150 kilometre distance week in, week out, you know, for months on end, going to different places, exploring different places, doing different runs in different locations. I love doing it, and I love completing those runs, and I don't feel it's the best I feel when I complete these runs and these long distances. And I love just being free in my mind, no music, nothing, just running absolutely anywhere. So I can't wait to get it done. It's going to be a massive training block for the next 9 months. It will change every now and then, and I'll talk you guys through it. You'll see the whole journey. So yeah, I can't wait to get going, really. I'm not just running these crazy distances and doing these marathons and ultra marathons just for fun. I am also doing them for charities. So for Brighton Marathon, I'm doing it for Stroke Association. I'll put the link below if you'd be able to donate. That would be amazing, and it would be much appreciated. And then for the Ultra Marathon in September, I am doing it for Macmillan Cancer Research. I'm going to be totally honest, I don't have any certain reason for doing it for both of those. I did have a look into what they do, and they're just the two I chose. I'm fortunate that I haven't had any family members or people close to me that have died of those problems. It's just the ones I chose. And look, it's still a charity that I'm going to be raising hopefully a lot of money for. So if we can raise as much as possible, then that'll be amazing. Now the final part of this video is not just about my fitness goals, it's about my business goals and life goals as well, which I wanted to talk about. So last year I started a videography business. Now I'm really going into the fitness, sports and health niche, if that makes sense. So I want to build it up into my full-time job by the end of 2026. That is the aim. So I did recently buy a expensive camera. It was more than my phone. It was more than my car cost. It was a Sony a7 III. I'm not using it to film right now. This is just my little DJI pocket camera. But anyway, back to the point. So I've invested money in camera equipment. So I've invested heavy money into a camera, and as well as my fitness, this is the other thing that I'm going to be really focusing on and locking in this year, on just building up as much as possible, building some clients, working with people in the fitness space, and overall just trying to create some fantastic content for people. Because for me, I see it as a win-win. I get to do something I love for my job, and I also get to help other people improve their content. So that's a win for them and a win for me, if that makes sense. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a bit of a boring video, if I'm honest. It's more for my sake, so I can look back at it at the end of the year and see where I got to. And hopefully it all goes to plan. There's going to be mistakes made on the way. I'm not going to get everything perfect. You know, that's just how it's going to be. Like I said at the start of the video, it's all a learning process. The whole thing, it's all learning. And then focusing on those mistakes and then building from them. There's the end of the video. Like I said, it was a bit boring, but I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe the last video of 2026 will be me reacting to this video and seeing what happened and seeing the mistakes I made and seeing how well I achieved my goals. So I'll see you lot in the next video. Thank you for watching, and make sure you stay tuned for this year because it's going to be a big year and it's going to be amazing. So let's keep up the good work, and don't remember to subscribe down below. Thank you.